welcome to the latest edition of the BNL Karting Series update with me, Alex Goldschmidt, on the dedicated BNL Karting Series YouTube channel. Thank you very much, first of all, for tuning in, and welcome back after a bit of a hiatus from me. It's been quite a busy time over the past few weeks, but I am back to give you all the relevant information that you need to know ahead of this weekend's second round of the 2020 season. Firstly, a little bit of normal interaction with you folks at home. So if you're watching on the official BNL Karting Series channel here on YouTube, why haven't you subscribed? Hit the button down below. Have you liked this video? If not, give it a thumbs up. And third thing, don't forget to hit the notification bell so we can give you all the relevant, well, through the complex algorithm, thanks to YouTube, the latest updates as and when they happen. And whilst you're at it, have a look at our social media pages. You can have a look on the left-hand side of the screen at home that you're currently watching about our links for Instagram at BMC_BNL, at Karting BNL on Twitter, and at BNL Karting Series on Facebook. The links are in the description down below, so why not follow, like, and also check out some of our welcome content. And last but by no means least, if you want a bit more information about the championship itself, head to our dedicated 24/7, 365 website, bnlkartingseries.com, available both in English and also in Netherlands. Now, it has been nearly 2 months since we had 125 plus drivers representing nearly 20 different nationalities at the Home of Champions. Back in early August, 1 week before the start of the revised calendar for the 2020 Rotax Max Euro Trophy season. More on that a little bit later on, of course. So firstly, on behalf of the organisers, both at the BNL Karting Series and also the team at Karting Genk, we want to say a big thank you to our supporters. We want to say thank you to the teams and the drivers for their due diligence, their patience, their understanding amidst these difficult times across the globe. So after the first round of the season back in early August, it was looking rather promising, wasn't it, for us to go full throttle, no problems at all, to see out the rest of the season. However, the COVID-19 pandemic has once again started taking hold around not just continental Europe, but across the globe, with unfortunately a fatality rate of over 1 million people so far in the past 5 and a bit months. And our thoughts once again are to those that have been affected directly by COVID-19, whether it's families, family members or close friends that have been directly affected and have passed from this dreadful virus that has affected the globe in the biggest pandemic for over a century. Our thoughts are with you at this time. Now, the Belgian government have put in further restrictions, as have multiple governments across continental Europe, such as travel corridors now being expunged, quarantine measures now being put into place, and testing required. However, despite these difficult set of roadblocks that we find in front of us, there has been much deliberation, much discussion, and a lot of hard work behind the scenes to let you know that we are green lighted for round 2 this coming weekend. And what's more, the event will be live streamed and we'll have live timing, and you'll have me back in the commentary box, which is a welcome thing to be able to tell you. We have nearly 90 drivers representing nearly into double digits on nationalities at the moment. We have Great Britain being represented. Yes, there are some Brits coming over. Germany, Belgium, France, the Netherlands, Turkey, Sweden, and Austria. Those are the 9 nationalities that will be represented this coming weekend. However, with this event taking place, I did mention earlier on that it is closed door. So for those attending this weekend's event at the Home of Champions, and these are regulations that I will be following as well, you will have registered online. Every driver who must have a mechanic, and also if they are under the age of 18, have an additional person accompanying them, you must fill out the respective COVID-19 form for BNL Karting Series to be put on the database. The same is said for the team managers, the same is said for press and also staff, and also the Belgian government mandated public health locator form must be filled in by every single individual attending. This is not a request. This is basically an order. Now, we're not an army, but we want to keep our sport, right? We want to keep racing. we need to fill out these forms. And we also need to do the following. You make sure that your social distance between individuals is at least 1.5 meters at all times. Face masks must be worn and not worn incorrectly. I stress this again. I have seen people in the paddocks that I have been occupying where people have put them underneath their nose, not over their nose, under their nose. And some people have put them under their chins. Obviously, when they're eating or drinking, it's understandable if they're in their awning. That's completely understandable. But when you are walking around, you must make sure it is covering the bridge of your nose. I have to wear one in the commentary box, pretty much. So if you are eating in the restaurant or the terrace of the restaurant by the spectator stands, you can sit down, and if you're eating and drinking, you can take off your mask. That's fine. It's not a problem at all. Wash your hands with hot water and soap as much as possible. And when you see hand sanitizer in front of you, do not ignore it. Use it when required. If you're going into an awning, if you're going into a building, use them as directed. This is to ensure that we make sure that we prevent the spread of COVID-19. If you are a driver or a person set to attend the event this weekend and you have symptoms of COVID-19, such as a runny nose or sore throat, a cough that is quite persistent, stay at home, rest up, and we will see you hopefully for round 3 and get better soon. If you are an individual that does not want to follow any protocols whatsoever, stay at home. I mean that. We've already had one driver this season in one championship that attended Karting Genk, and the individual was so blasé, did not pay attention, got warned multiple times about the restrictions put into force, and was then excluded from the event and also informed to go home. So if you are one of those individuals that does not want to abide by the regulations, we recommend you do not attend. So now, after my headmaster-like speech just then, let's get on to the interesting stuff, shall we? Before I forget, if you haven't got your iPhone and also your Android phone with the Rotax Racing Global app, what are you doing? It's free of charge. You can use it all the time as such. So in many respects, so it's going to be one of those things where people are going to say, who's racing this weekend? Let me give you the 411. So effectively, at the moment, let's have a look at the standings and talk about the drivers, shall we? First up, Micromax. Leading the way is the number 19 of Max Swiderski, running on the Energy chassis. He's got a perfect score so far, 100 points after the 4 races back in early August. And he is leading Mats van Rooyen, also from the Netherlands. So it is a Dutch 1-2 at the minute by 31 points. And Van Rooyen took 2 second-place finishes in the final on day 1 and the pre-final on day 2. And then the other 2 were split between Mies Houben and also Jake Menton, who round out the top 4 in the standings. Houben is only 7 points behind Van Rooyen, and Jake Menton is a further 9 points adrift off of the number 8. Boris Maximov completes the top 5, but we have no Zdeněk Babishek from the Czech Republic this weekend. Instead, we'll have the number 10 from Belgium, the sole Belgian in the Micromax field of Jent de Moonen, running on the Haas chassis. So we welcome Jente to the grid and look forward to seeing how Jente gets on. So 6 drivers, 2 different nationalities. Then we get on to Minimax. 12 drivers representing 4 different nations. The biggest representation is from Belgium. And leading the standings coming into this round is Thomas Strauven in the 199 from Dams Racing. He leads with 90 points, just 13 ahead of Buvin Power's Matej Radenkovic, who also returns. Reno Fernanfranco, who is in the 111 will return. The Dutch driver with GKS Lemons Power rounds out the top 3, a further 3 points adrift of Radenkovic. Nando Weichselbaumer from Austria and Kasper Schormans completes the top 5 in the standings so far, but I do not see Kasper Schormans on the entry list for this weekend. So look out for the likes of Tam Saleh, Karl Stout, Jasper Leinitz, amongst others, in what's going to be an interesting affair. Then we get to Junior Rotax, and leading the way in that standings, well, we have 17 drivers in total, 13 Dutch drivers and 4 Belgians. So at the moment, Tim Gerhards leads the way on 75 points. The 205 from SP Motorsport just 6 ahead of JJ Racing's Lucas Schoenmakers in the 210. Tom Braken will not be joining us this weekend as he will be competing in the 3rd and final round of the CIK FIA Academy Trophy representing Belgium this weekend. So feel success, Tom. Good luck, buddy. Have a good one out there. And hopefully we'll see you back for round number 3. So Christian de Klein is up there, and the 299, always a good peddler. Kai Gielitz, who's currently the Rotax Euro Trophy standings leader, rounds out the top 5 positions. So I don't see that Christian de Klein is on the list. Looks like Gielitz could have an opportunity maybe to springboard over both de Klein and Braken this round and maybe close the gap to Schoenmakers and Tim Gerhards. Milan Ritter, one of the young Danes that we do see in Junior Rotax, not just here in the BNL Karting Series, but also in the Euro Trophy. He's not with us. Magnus Pedersen has been doing Rotax Germany quite recently with RS competition. Luke Neeson, Eliska Babikova, and Nick Gerhards round out the top 10, and they are covered by about 56 points going into this round. Biggest grid so far is, as always, Senior Rotax. And we look to have around 30 or so competitors this weekend. And there is going to be a bit of a change in the championship dynamic because obviously with the UK now being restricted in terms of going to Belgium, in terms of the populace, Lewis Gilbert is not attending this weekend. And coming into this round, he was just 3 points ahead of Mike Van Vrucht and 9 points ahead of Sean Butcher, who I know, thanks to a KL Sport Insider, is going to be attending this round. So it could be between Van Vrucht and Butcher on who starts leading the standings heading into the final round towards the end of November. Mads Rees not with us. Dylan LaHaye out with a back injury that he sustained at the 2nd round of the Rotax Max Euro Trophy season. He's actually got a fractured vertebrae. So, hey, all the best, Dylan. Let's hope we hear from you soon and get well soon, mate. Jules Castro, and who is returning with us. He rounds out the top 6. Ilian Brunsils, not too sure if we're going to see him on the list. Bradley Barrett is concentrating also on the UK, so Soli Vitesse will not be joining us once again. Stormbrouwer, Teresa Babikova, and I do know for a fact that Stormbrouwer is not racing, neither is Teresa Babikova, so another potential change a little bit further down the order. So DD2 coming into this round, the driver leading the standings at the moment by just 2 solitary points is Bouvin Powers, Glenn Van Parijs in the number 415 on 85 points. He was very, very well challenged by the Dutch wonder that is the one and only Bas Lammers, who is not with us this weekend. I understand he might have commitments with Sodikart elsewhere. So all the very best of luck, Baz. Take care, buddy. Hopefully we see you soon. So Daniel Mahacek rounds out the top 3. Doesn't look like he's going to be racing with us this weekend. Zander Schreblak, the 2-time defending champion, is rounding out the top 4 positions and is 30 points adrift of Van Parijs. So now he can start to look to close the gap. The Greek Minotaur, the well affectionately loved DJ Liveris from Greece, is currently concentrating on a lot of schoolwork, let's say. So DJ, let's see if we can get you back for the third and final round. Our runner-up from Dams Racing last season. Mick Knowlton returns. Silas Ritter not also making it with us. Wout Antonissen will be with us. We'll also have the likes of Paulo Bescances from France. Robin Knudson makes a DD2 debut here in the BNL Karting Series. Now, that was something I was not expecting. The KR Sport driver is also going to be in attendance amongst other drivers. And then we head to the last class on the list, and that is DD2 Masters. So at the moment, leading the standings, and this was something I could not have necessarily predicted after the beginning of round one, was Christophe Adams leads the way on 73 points, 7 ahead of PKS Competition's French wonder, that is Rudy Champion in the 544. James Beecroft rounds out the top 3 positions, but Jim Ringelberg from the Netherlands is only a point adrift and will basically overtake the Brits in the standings, obviously with Beecroft not attending this weekend. Tamsin Germain looks like she is on the entry list for this weekend, the number 525 from the UK, currently on 49 points, 24 adrift of Christophe Adams. And we know how quick Tamsin can be on a good day, and let's hope that is the case for her this weekend. Michael Becker from Germany rounds out the top 6. He is also on the entry list for this weekend and is 6 points behind Tamsin Germain. So the official timetable will be out in due course. Obviously, DD2 and DD2 Masters will be running together this weekend. And that is about it. Oh, that was a lot quicker than I anticipated. So join me, Alex Goldschmidt, live and direct from Karting Genk, the home of champions, on Saturday morning, where we get our first of 2 sets of qualifying. We'll have 1 set of qualifying on the Saturday, 1 on the Sunday, and then we will have some fantastic racing action for you all that supports and love the BNL Karting Series. 2020 still kicking on strong here at the BNL. We'll see you very, very soon as our live stream commences on Saturday morning. That's it from me, Alex Goldschmidt. See you next time here on the BNL Karting Series update. And before I forget, stay healthy, stay safe, look after yourselves, and see you very soon. Goodbye.